and this coaching staff very happy.
A great chapter to begin.
Let's go! Still on his feet. Slip the tackle. 20, 15, 10.
Welcome back to East LA Sports Scene. We've been gone just about a year, maybe a year and 1 or 2 weeks, but we are back now with our productions, and we're in the field now covering the Roosevelt Rough Riders as they prepare for the shortened spring season. And it's going to be a media day type of a program we're going to bring you, and I'll be speaking to Coach Ortiz and to Coach, of course, Aldo Paral, the head coach, and I believe Coach Ceja. So we have some coaches, and then we'll bring 5 players to you. And again, we're getting ready for the media day happening here at Roosevelt High School. We'll be right back with our first guest. And here we are at the Roosevelt High School field, and we're going to be speaking to head assistant coach Roberto Ortiz, and he is a third year. No, he's been here more than 3 years, I believe, but we're going to find out more because he is here with us, and we're going to get his predictions and his analysis for the upcoming season here for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Coach Ortiz, good to see you. Welcome to our program.
My pleasure.
Coach, let's talk about your background real quick and give our viewers an understanding of your skills and your abilities and your experience coaching here at the high school level.
Oh, absolutely. I've been here in the community since 1988. I've been coaching Pop Warner. I've been coaching Wolfpack since 1994. And once Saldo Parrar came on board, he invited me to come and join the staff. So I've been here since then.
And Coach, you're working now, of course, at this level with the varsity, and we know LA City section has granted all schools that wanted to participate in football for spring the ability to field a team. Talk about the preparations you've been getting ready here with Coach Aldo Paral.
We started back in December, and then we got November. Then we got shut down again, and we came back, and kids are excited. This year we got quite a few kids that played last year. They have experience on the offensive line. We got some pretty decent sized kids. So we're excited. We're excited even though it's a short season. Kids are they've been stuck at home too long, so they're ready to go.
And that's the green light was given, and now the schools it's up to them to prepare. And preparing you, our coach, what unit will you be working with, the offensive or defensive?
Yes, I'm the offensive line coach. So I've been coaching offensive line since, like I said, since Pop Warner. So a lot of these kids, I've been coaching them since they were little. So, that's part of a reason why they're been successful all these years in high school. So, it's been a pleasure, man.
Okay. Season's going to happen very quickly on April the 9th, first home game against Bell, but I believe there is time for some scrimmages. Tell us what's coming up.
We have a game coming up against Venice, and then we have Wilson coming here to visit us. So we're excited. Venice has always been one of the top teams in the city. So, it's a pretty good measuring stick for us to go over there and showcase a little bit of what we got. So kids are excited, our coaches are excited. We're looking forward to that.
And Coach Ortiz, before we let you go, because we know you have a very, very important appointment coming up, but before you leave, we just wanted to get your opinion on missing your colleague, your comrade, your brother in arms, Coach Dickie Yen. He's going to be missed quite a bit, but you had a chance to work with him and coach with him?
Absolutely. Coach Dickie was my coach when I played here at Rosa. I only played 1 year varsity, so he was. I was lucky enough to have met him, and he coached me. And part of my coaching experience, I got it from him. So I got to coach with him last year as well. Yeah. All this stuff was sudden. He passed him away. It was a big hit to all the kids, to the community, to the staff. So we surely miss Dickie. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get more from head coach Aldo Parral, but we want to thank you, assistant coach Roberto Ortiz, and we will see you upon your return. And
Absolutely. Thank
when
you
they
for
come
having
back
me.
here for kicking off, okay?
Thank you for having
Take
me.
care. All right, we're going to now take a quick break and bring in our second assistant coach, and we'll be with you in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene back after years off because, of course, COVID, and you see we still must take care of the precautions and the protocols to keep our public safety and our health up to speed and taking care of business by being here to cover this important event here, the Media Day for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll be right back. And continuing now with assistant coaches and presenting them to you, we're going to bring you Coach Ernesto Seca. And Coach, welcome to the program. We're going to give you an opportunity to inform our audience on East LA Sports Scene a little bit about your background.
Yeah, thank you for being here. My name is Coach Ernesto Ceja. I'm an assistant offensive coordinator and also the head coach of the JV football team.
And Coach, give us the experience you bring here, you've had here at Roosevelt, and when you started, and how things are going so far in this preparation in a short season.
I was here helping out when Sid was a head coach here. Was in 2008, 2009, the 2010 part of that Froshoff team. I know back then it was called the Froshoff team. Now it's the JV team. And then 2018 is when I jumped aboard all those staff.
Okay, and been here ever since. And of course, the Roosevelt Rough Riders feeling a very strong resurgence in this past several years, playoffs in these 2 out of the 3. And again, just the program has been turned around, and you're part of it. Talk about the preparation for this year. Even though it's a very short season, it's still a season.
You know what? Aldo was able to build a good program here. He has a good thing going. I know when COVID hit, it was hard on everybody to get kids out here and stuff like that. But we were fortunate enough, Aldo is a teacher here at Roosevelt High School, and he was able to keep the kids together with the help of Zoom. So we've always had contact with the kids. And then we had a short time where we were able to get on the field, and then they shut us down again. But we were able to continue with Zoom.
And Coach, let's prepare now some of the linemen you're going to be working again, as you mentioned, on the O-line. Some of those players we're going to be looking for. Can you name a few?
Yeah, we're able to have a lot of returning linemen. We have Mike Guerra, who's a returner. We have Ben Reyes, who's a returner. We also have Emma, who's a returner. We have a good group of linemen that we're fortunate enough to have. I know last year it was a rebuilding year for our line, but this year's a solid O-line, and we're very happy with them.
And Coach, just a little bit more about your personal background, member of this community. Did you grow up here in Boyle Heights? And a little bit about how you got involved in football, very quickly.
I was born and raised here in Boyle Heights, lived here my whole life. I started young coaching at the age of 13 at Parks and Recs, and then got involved with the Boyle Heights Wolfpack in 2003, 2004, helping out there. And then when Sid took the job, came out and helped them out with the Froshoff team. And then I was able to come out and help Aldo this year and 2018 till now.
Very quickly, Coach, I know the dynamics have changed. It's not a 10-game season. You got 4, and we'll get Coach Parral's take on playing a short season, but nonetheless, this is a very, very serious game, and players have to be prepared. Talk about how you managed to overcome some of the lack, as they say, of the regular training schedules.
You know, it's hard because everything was online and stuff like that. We weren't hands-on. But like I said, we're fortunate enough to be with these guys on Zoom and stuff like that. I know we have an upcoming game this Saturday against Van Ness High School. The good thing is that we've been running the same offense, same defense for the past 3 years. And we're fortunate enough that some of these kids coming up from the Pop Warner level, as far as the Wolfpack, kind of run the same system. Okay. So they just bought into the system. They kind of run the same system as they did in the Wolfpack level as to high school level now. So it's not like a big term where they got to learn something new. It's something that they just stepped into and they rolled with it.
Okay. Assistant coach on the offensive line, Ernesto Ceja. We want to thank you, Coach, for giving us some time here on Media Day as we prepare now, because we're going to be covering the riders again this year and getting as many games as possible in for the community who's really just starving to see our kids play, or anxious, so to speak, but nonetheless ready to enjoy what they can of a short season. So thank you very much, Coach. And any last words for anyone in your immediate family or in the viewerships that you probably know a lot of people?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm happy for the seniors that are getting the opportunity to play. I know there's some seniors that just didn't get the opportunity to play this year, but I want to thank East LA Sports and Eastside Media for bringing these kids out there, exposing them to the world. I know you guys, when you guys were in Buena Vision Cable, you guys started it all before Facebook, before Instagram and stuff like that. You guys were the first guys in there to put high school football, and now everybody's jumping on ship. But I just want to thank my family for all the support they give me. I know we spend a lot of time as coaches on the field and a little bit of time with the family at home, but I got a good wife at home, a good family at home that supports me and is happy for me and is excited what I'm doing.
Good luck to you, Coach Ceja. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And we're back here for our media day at Roosevelt High School, the home of the mighty Rough Riders Eastern League, and their schedule is set, and we're going to learn more about that. But first, we're going through some of the players now, and we're going to bring you number 11 on his game jersey, and he'll be Jimmy Romero, and we're going to welcome Jimmy to East LA Sports Scene, and there he is. Take a good look at Mr. Romero, and he just finished a practice session, and we're here, of course, on his home field. Jimmy, how are you today?
Hey, good, and yourself?
Doing very well. Spring football. Unbelievable. But COVID
Yeah.
did everybody, of course, a very big, how would you call it? It's not a person, it was a disease, and as they say, it spread, and we had to make sure we're all going to be healthy and safe. But the LA City section said football is on, and let's talk about you, Jimmy, here at Roosevelt, and talk about preparation for the first game on April the 9th.
So our first game is going to be against Bao. I think we're going to do pretty good. I think we're well prepared. We're conditioning every day, hitting every day, doing passing, running. We're just practicing for anything that comes out to us.
Okay, and Jimmy, give us a little bit about your past, where you grew up, and possibly playing in the Pop Warner system here in East LA and beyond, and possibly some of your family members that maybe guided you into playing football.
So I grew up in the East LA Boyle Heights area,
Okay.
and I actually played for the Boyle Heights Wolfpack. So I played there for about 8 years.
Okay.
And my dad, he actually played at Garfield.
Okay.
So he kind of contributed to me playing football.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so-
Yes. Yeah. And we find that in, of course, East LA, the two schools are very prominent, and some of the relatives and family have gone to both schools. But talk about now the transition and getting used to the system here for Roosevelt, and your thoughts and your aspirations and your goals for this year.
So my goals for this year is, of course, to graduate from high school, and to go to a great university, maybe USC, whatever school is possible.
Okay.
And sports-wise for football, my goals are to score about 15 touchdowns, possibly.
Okay.
Get about 15 picks. So
Okay.
anything.
And you happen to be one of the elite dual system players. You go offense and defense. Talk first about your prep for both. Which one do you have to really, or do you do them equal time for both, because they're so important? Talk about your preparation on both.
I think I balance out my time on both offense and defense. I think both are just as important as they both are.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to be on offense. Let's tell our viewers now to look for you on running back, correct?
Yes,
Out of the
I'm
system.
going to be playing running back and receiver.
Okay, and receiver. So two positions there, and then you flip it on defense. What will you be playing?
I will be playing safety and corner.
Okay, Jimmy, very quickly now, in here at Roosevelt High School is going under a big construction boom here. This is not going to be the same Roosevelt that people knew if they went here 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's impossible. It's going to be a brand new school. Talk about how that's affecting you.
Well, I remember growing up, I remember coming to Roosevelt, coming to the varsity games.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember how the school was before, and it's really changed a lot. All the new buildings coming up.
Okay, and you're going to be looking at a very good surface here on a good field on April the 9th against Bell. Okay. Talk about how it feels running on this grass here.
Well, I used to play here when I used to play for the Boyle Heights Wolfpack, so I'm pretty used to the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Last question, Jimmy, before I let you go. Academically, your preferences here at Roosevelt, what are you really looking to take with you out of the academics?
So I'm actually part of the Magnet program here at Roosevelt.
Yeah.
And right now I have a 4.0. So
Okay.
I'm on top of my academics.
Okay. Jimmy Romero, first time meeting you, first time really getting to know you, and we give every guest that comes on a little time to give something back to the family, friends, classmates, anybody you want to say a message to?
Just
Right to
want to
that
say
camera.
thank you to my family and all my friends that support me ever since I was a little guy, 6 years old. Just thank you for everything. Love you guys.
Okay, and there's Jimmy Romero. We're going to let him get into the showers or maybe goes back home and prepares for dinner and then looks at his books and gets ready for his academics. So we'll be right back with our next player. Don't go away. East LA Sports Scene and Media Day here at Roosevelt High School. And up next here in the rapid fire of interviews with our players, don't go away because we're going to be talking to head coach Aldo Paral to close out the program. But right now, as you see, or you're going to see on your view, on your TV monitor or your wherever you're watching us, whether it's on your mobile, you're going to be looking at Benjamin Reyes, and he is going to be part of the line because he's a big young man. But Ben, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
And preparation, although it wasn't in the fall, in the winter, it's now in the spring. Talk about how the Riders held together and waited it out for the LA City section to come back with football.
Well, it was hard at first not being able to practice, but me and my friends, we try to get our work in, whenever we could on the weekends, at least to stay a little bit active and going to the gym as well.
Okay. And of course, you guys had to do it all on your own. But back in November, there was the possibility of rallying together, but it had faded away because of COVID getting worse again. But at that time, you were out doing conditioning drills, correct?
Yeah, well, when I found out that we were finally going to come back, obviously it was something exciting for me. It's my senior season and getting the chance to play again, even if it's only going to be 6 games, it was fine for me. I was just glad that I was going to be able to play again.
Okay. And the team got rallied up here, and the green light was given, and everyone started to come out and form up and get in shape, game shape. And you have a scrimmage coming up this Saturday against Venice, correct?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Talk about the preparation now for that.
Well, we just been trying to get the plays right. Obviously, we just barely getting back into it, hitting again. We're trying to get people to hit, getting used to it again, and just trying to perfect the plays and stuff.
Okay. And it's been a lot of seniors have gone, and you've got really reforming and regrouping the brand new team almost. Talk about how Coach Paral and the assistant coaches have brought you guys together.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that on the O-line we didn't really lose many people. We really only lost one. We still have a pretty big O-line, which is good. And well, Coach Aldo, he pushes us to be better and to work hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and talk about now academically, because it's been not that regular school, so to speak. It's been Zoom and classwork and daily pass and getting to school and being here. Talk about how that's been for you.
Well, for me, honestly, it's easier than going to school. Just doing the work online is easier for me. And I have to take the bus here, so I leave at 2, so I can't go to my last period. But I always talk to my teachers, make sure letting them keeping in communication that what I'm doing, and they're always cool with it. They know that I will turn in my work on time and that I'm on top of my stuff.
And Benjamin Reyes, you're going to be a big factor for the Roosevelt Rough Riders this year. And one moment here, just to give you an opportunity to talk about Coach Dickey again, and his impact on you, because he loves you guys to death. Loved his O-line and anyone that's in there. Talk about the impact he made on you.
Well, I met Coach Dickey when I transferred in 10th grade, and I became really close to him. His mentorship, just him teaching me, it meant a lot to me. Also his approval, it was something really big for me. When he finally gave me his approval that I was a good player, it meant a lot to me because I worked hard to get his approval. So I definitely took a big hit from that.
Okay. And of course, you've got 4 games. There's going to be 3, and then of course the championship game. And You're going to take one game at a time. But again, we're looking at a game maybe where there may not be any fans. Would that make any difference? How is that going to be dealt with by the team?
Obviously, it is gonna make a difference, but for me, like I played in games. There was only 12 people. There was only 12 people in attendance, so honestly, it's not a very big difference for me. Like I said, I'm just glad to be able to go out there and play again.
Okay. Quick question, last question for you. Academically, things are going well for you here at Roosevelt, and your emphasis, your major. What what subject are you really liking here at Roosevelt?
Well, my favorite subject is math. Math has been the easiest for me, and I'm trying to study electrical engineering when I go to college.
Okay. All right. Benjamin Reyes, and that's your jersey, a practice jersey, but in the game now, your game jersey will be
Number 78.
78. Keep your eye on big Benjamin Reyes, the tower of power for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Thank you, Ben, and we'll see you down the road here pretty soon.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And there he is, Benjamin Reyes. We're going to bring in our next player as we move through 5 players that Coach Paral has given us here to speak to us on Media Day. We'll be right back. And continuing now with our interviews here of the players, and they've been given to us by head coach Aldo Paral. Now we're going to speak with Emmanuel Viagra, and there he is in his practice jersey, number 78.
Sir.
But Emmanuel, thank you for coming on. How are you today?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. On yourself? How you
Doing
doing?
good. We're glad to be back, just like you guys. We've been
Likewise.
down with the COVID, of course. No
Yes, sir.
production, social distancing, mask, everything, the protocols we have to follow. But
sir.
you guys have been given an opportunity.
Yes, sir. Thank
play.
God. Yes, sir.
And here you are now getting ready for Saturday
Against
scrimmage
Venice.
with Venice, and then on April 9th, it's going to be Bell.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about your preparation now, Emmanuel.
Oh, well, I just been grinding off and on the field. Like, it's not just on the field where you're supposed to be putting in work. You know, it's when someone else is not looking at you, you know, on your own time. Like, instead of going home and playing video games, you should, like, you know, go to the gym or wherever you can to put in that extra work
Yes.
that you need for the season.
And now the group has been rallied up. You've been conditioning, and now you're practicing. You've got pads. You're going to have your helmets, of course, and then the contact starts, the real deal.
Yes, sir.
And how would you characterize your comrades here, your band of brothers on Roosevelt, as they get ready for this season?
We're looking solid right now. Like, everyone's been trying to put in the work, you know, even if they can't off the field, but on the field they've been grinding. We've been looking good, solid.
Okay. And Emmanuel, tell us a little bit about your going back to middle school and then the love for football. Where did that get started?
When I was a kid, I would live somewhere in a complex, like where there would be a lot of kids, and right there we would just play football all the time. And that's when I really like got love for football. And I didn't play football till my junior year.
Okay.
That's where I really messed up. But
Okay.
yeah, if I could go back, like I would play since my freshman year.
Okay. And would you say some of your middle school, was it in here in Boyle Heights? Have you born and raised in this area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that.
What do you want, like
Like
specific?
your
Sorry.
middle school you went to, you grew up. And,
Yeah, I went to Hollenbeck Middle School right here
Okay.
across the street.
Sure.
And right there is where like I started to get more attracted to football, because we would like play right there during nutrition and lunch, and even off the field we would go lift sometimes. My
Okay.
friend had a bench and a squat rack, so we would go there after school every day.
Okay.
And yeah,
All right. And now here you are, Roosevelt, a great looking field. And you're going to be playing a position you like and you love. Tell the viewers a little bit how you're getting ready for that. Is it going to be on offense and defense, or are you mostly
yeah,
play one?
I'm gonna be on offense, left tackle, and defense, defensive tackle.
Okay.
And I just been working on like the basics, like on the little step or getting my hands out, and yeah, simple stuff like that.
Okay. And academically, how are things going here at Roosevelt?
It's good. It's going great, actually. My teachers are very outgoing. Like, they really help me out, especially through this what's it,
The COVID?
the COVID,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been really helping me out.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
And everyone, of course, still on the Zoom, but the players can come in and do conditioning and practice. And then hopefully they say maybe in April
Yeah.
they might have some of the students coming back on campus. But nonetheless, you are here in the moment, and high school football, Friday Night Lights is coming back.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. How do you feel?
I feel good. I finally, you know, at first I didn't think it was going to be like a possibility for us to play, because everything was bad. But, you know what, thank God they let us, and it's a good feeling being under the lights on Fridays.
Okay. Emmanuel Viagra, I give you the opportunity to look into the camera and give a message to your family, friends, classmates, anyone that you like, for even the young ones, maybe that are playing Wolfpack or just playing flag football.
Well, I would like to thank my family for always pushing me to be the greatest, and my friends as well for always like inviting me to the gym, or always pushing me when I would give up or when I would feel like weak, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
And for the young ones, like, keep working hard. It's not gonna come easy. Behind all this is a lot of work.
Okay. And we will see that work and some play, of course, because you're going to be out here enjoying the sport.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
For you I forgot to ask you, your senior year or junior year?
Senior year.
Your senior year, so this is very, very important for you.
Sir.
Emmanuel Viagra, thank you very much, my friend, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay. And there we go, another lineman, and we're going to be speaking about Coach Dickie Guillen shortly, so don't go away. More coming to you on East LA Sports Scene. And here we are now, going to now in the backfield, the quarterback, the man with the plan that comes in from the sidelines from Coach Aldo Paral, but he is the quarterback and makes the magic happen. Damian Avalos. And Damian, how are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Doing well. Spring football.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah,
And
finally
you're a big feature story on you in the LA Times. It was tremendous. People that read that now have a chance to see you here on East LA Sports Scene. Thank you for coming on. And now that, I don't want to say it was a nightmare, but the anxiousness is over. You're back, ready to go.
back.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it was long awaited. I trained like hard this off season, but we finally have our chance to shine. Even though it's 4 games, it's still games we could play. So I'm happy for that.
Yes, and you have a very, very important job. We saw you briefly last year. Coach Paral got you some playing time.
Yeah.
And there were big things said about you then, and now you're up on stage.
Yeah.
People will be looking for you to produce. Talk about your mental and your physical preparation going together.
Yeah. Last year I got a few reps, but I knew coming this year I'll get all the reps on quarterback. And physically I got stronger. I got faster than I was last year. I shed about 15 pounds and put on some muscle.
Okay.
And mentally, I just been studying plays. I've been going over quarterback routes, everything. Yeah, all that.
And of course, knowing the system, because it will be out of the same system you were in last season, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you will only be playing offense, is that correct?
Oh, no, I'll be playing defense too.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we almost have to ask each player, what both positions will you be playing in?
Yeah, I'll be playing on defensive end.
Okay, very good. So that's kind of risky, but nonetheless, you're up to the challenge, and the coaches are going to back you up. Talk about the team. You look at your teammates and you see. Tell us.
Well, I feel really confident about this year's team. I've been playing with them since sophomore year. Our sophomore year was the time we won Garfield, so I feel really confident. But now we lucked out of playing Garfield, but I really trust my guys.
Yeah, and it's a very good band of brothers, as they say. The cohesion, the getting together, and in class or on the field, of course, but not in class yet, but still coming to practice and conditioning, and that's got to be a challenge for you because you still got to do the zooming, right?
Yeah.
On your academics.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, we start at 9:30 to 3:13, and we get a short break from 12 to 1. But it's been going really well. I've gotten used to like the on Zooming and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your goals for you now, Damian, because you're the quarterback, and a lot's going to ride on your shoulders and your athletic abilities, your skills.
Yeah.
Talk about your personal goals.
Well, I just want to go undefeated this season and rush and throw as many yards as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, Roosevelt is remodeled. It's not the old Roosevelt.
Yeah.
In many ways. Talk about it. Is that going to give everybody, you think, a better sense of pride when they come back?
Yeah, I feel like now it's renewed. Everyone's gonna be like more confident and coming to the school, and well, everyone's gonna like it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will certainly pick you up during the season once it gets going. You got a Saturday quickly, Venice.
Yeah.
Talk about that, the prep for that, and then we'll see you on April the 9th.
Okay. Well, yeah, we've been practicing really hard, mentally and physically. Today we're going pretty hard, and my offense is pretty rolling.
So you're feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling
good.
I'm feeling confident.
Okay, there he is, Damian Avalos. He will be wearing on your jersey number?
One.
Number one.
Yeah.
There, you're number one in your program, number one in your heart, and we're going to follow Damian Avalos. Good luck to you, son.
All right, thank
and
you.
we'll see you soon.
You too.
Okay? All right. And moving through here, we're almost done with our players. Don't go away more. A couple of players left, and then we're going to speak to head coach Aldo Paral, East LA Sports Scene. And counting down to a very, very young, outstanding athlete, Vicente Cepeda. We have known his family for years here at Boyle Heights through Hollenbeck and Hollenbeck Youth Center and many other locations here. But this is his moment to shine. Vicente, how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
I'm doing good. I'm great. I'm excited. I can't wait. I've been working hard this off season, trying to get bigger, faster, doing whatever it takes to stand out and make a mark on the program and everything.
And you said program, that's the right word for it, because Coach Paral is building and building, getting very good players to come on board here at Roosevelt, and you have a good mix of players.
Yeah.
Talk about that, the offense and defense.
We have talent. We have a lot of talent. We have speed. We're young, so it's gonna take us some time to come together and as a team. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna take some time, like I said, but once we come together, we're gonna be really good, and we're gonna do some damage.
Very good, because it's not a season that went by and no one got to play. LA City Schools rallied everybody here finally for a spring season, and there'll be 4 games, but you have a couple of scrimmages, at least 1, maybe 2. But this Saturday, Venice, talk about the prep for that.
I'm excited. I've been waiting since last game against Reseda. So I'm excited. I'm ready to come out and play against Venice, I'm going to do the best I can. We're going to come out and play with what we got right now.
Mm-hmm.
And as time goes on, we're going to come together and we're going to do some damage again.
And Eastern League will be after the scrimmages, and of course it's an abbreviated season, but nonetheless 4 games is still a very
it's
good.
something.
Yes,
It's something.
it's a good takeaway, and you get a chance to play. Maybe not in front of the students to begin with, but we'll see what happens with the COVID, all the restrictions.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the team is going to be representing Roosevelt High School, and you're going to be part of it.
Yeah.
Vicente, talk about how things are going for you academically here.
Academically, they're going good. I could be doing better, but I'm doing what I can right now. It's a little hard doing online and stuff, but
Sure.
I'm doing what I can. I'm doing good. Honestly,
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on offense, but then on defense, will you be in the safety position?
Yeah, I'll be safety. I'll be playing linebacker, maybe a little corner, but mostly
Okay.
safety and linebacker.
And Coach Paral has you also for booked in offense, correct?
Yeah, I'll be playing wing.
Okay. Conditioning so far, everybody making the grade?
Yeah, everyone's making the grades. Everyone's pretty conditioned right now. We're trying to work on conditioning, get ready for Venice because we know they got speed. So we're doing everything we can to prepare for that game.
And Vicente, before I let you go, I just want to get your thoughts on the passing of Coach Dicky Guillen, and the impact he had on the program and on you.
The loss of Dicky, that hit me. I seen it. He seen potential in me. He took a liking to me. He wanted me to be in the game. He wanted me to play, and I took that to heart. He gave me some life lessons and stuff, and he took me to practice a couple times, and just those little times that I spent with him, I tried to take as much as I can from him because he's a wise man, and he seen the potential in me. He knew I could be great, and I appreciated that. I appreciated the fact that he invested in me and he wanted to see me do better. So the loss of Dicky did hurt me a lot, and he's a big part of this program. And even though he coached other places and he went to school somewhere else, he's a Rider.
Yes, he is, and he's a legacy and a legend that will live on forever. Vicente, an opportunity to look in the camera straight ahead and give a shout out as you would to family, friends, classmates, team members, anyone, even the youngsters that are watching.
I want to shout out just the community of Boyle Heights, my family, Raw family. As a community of Boyle Heights, Raw family. Shout out to Wolfpack. I don't know if you guys are gonna have a season, but if you do, I'll be there and I'm gonna be supporting you and I'll be helping you guys. And yeah, I wanna thank the community for rallying to get us to play, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to bring a league champions to Roosevelt.
And there are the words of Vicente Cepeda. He is going to be on both sides of the ball and playing his heart out as he's always done through his family members who played here at Roosevelt as well. Vicente, good luck, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Here we are, our final player, and we're going to meet him in just a moment. I believe it's Julian Quesada.
Yes, sir.
And he's a member of the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We have not met him, but this is the first time. So without further ado, Julian, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good today. You?
I'm doing well. There you go. Now there we'll get your voice in there, and talk about being a rider and the importance, the impact that you want to bring to the school and to the community.
It's good to be a rider. I came here my sophomore year. I was at a different school and I transferred over to play football.
Okay.
And I've been loving it ever since I got here. Yeah.
Okay, and you received with open arms, and Coach Aldo Paral and his coaching staff incorporated you right into the team, and here you are a week, maybe a couple of days away from your first scrimmage against
Yeah.
Venice.
Yep.
Talk about the preparation you've been under.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, I didn't think we were gonna have a season this year, and it all came really quickly, you know. And I've been ready. I mean, I've been running, I've been lifting and stuff, getting ready for the season. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay, as they say, it's 4 games, but 4 is better than none without having a
Sure.
season. You guys have risen to the occasion, and we are now here on Media Day, a chance to kind of meet and greet some of the players. Talk about your role. Talk about your goals as well.
I play running back, and I'm gonna be playing some corner too. And
Sure. You want to play? My question to you would be also, does Coach have you on defense as well?
yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing corner and some safety too.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think you said that, but
Yeah.
all the players, all your brothers here have said they're going to play both ways, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, both ways.
Yeah,
So
we're all playing both ways.
yeah, and you're going to have to be very strong and very, very, as they say, diligent and careful, on the field, because we want you to play as much as you can without being injured. That's the
Yeah.
main thing. And I'm sure the coaches have done all they can to make sure that doesn't happen. But talk about the academics here for you, Julian.
It's good. I like learning here and stuff. You know, I mean, it's been difficult online and because of COVID, but it's been good.
Okay. And let's see a little bit about your background, maybe junior high or middle school.
Yeah, I went to Kip Seoul in East LA, and I mean, I've been playing football all my life here in Boyle Heights for Wolfpack.
Okay.
So I mean, I've always been here. I was born in White Memorial.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I grew up here.
Okay, so this is like a dream is fulfilling itself. It's not over.
Yeah.
You're here, and this is the year of school you're in.
I'm a junior.
Junior, so you have one more year to go.
Yeah, one more
Lastly, the academics here at Roosevelt, and obviously the whole school is being transformed and remodeled
Yeah.
into the 20th century, 21st century. So talk about when you do come back to school, you're going to have a brand new physical entity here. Talk about
Yeah,
that.
I'm excited. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen new things here at Roosevelt. You know, I mean, I remember there was the pond over there. I mean, that's not here anymore, but it's okay. I mean, we have a brand new nice school and a new gym. So yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. Well, there may not be the fans in the stands, but we will certainly be here to cover you on that game on April the 9th against Bell. That'll be the first Eastern League game. Your thoughts on them?
Yeah, they seem like a really good squad. I mean, we were supposed to play them last year, but I mean, unfortunately, we lost to Reseda. But we're gonna play them this year, and we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go all out.
Okay, Julian Quesada, your chance to look in the camera, give that message to those that you love and those that follow you.
To my mom and dad, thank you guys. You guys have always been there to support me, and I love you guys a lot. Thank you.
Okay, there he is, Julian Quesada, our final player on the Media Day. We're going to be ready. Don't go away. East LA Sports Media Day here at Roosevelt High School. And in a fitting tribute to their father, we're going to be speaking to 3 of his beautiful daughters, and we'll give you their names in a moment. But again, Coach Richard Dickey Guillen, just a legend, a legacy, who gave his all, not only to football, but to his community and, of course, to the family. So the story will live on, and this is just part of the way to say goodbye to Dickey for what he's done here at Roosevelt. And we're going to be speaking with his daughter. The first one we'll be speaking with is Jennifer.
Yes.
And Jennifer, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Good.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. And
Thank you.
this is as they would say now, hallowed ground because of your father and his influence and what he did for this program. But you grew up watching him. And tell us what it's meant to you to now know that his legacy will live on here.
Oh my gosh, it totally means the world to all of us. When growing up with him, we just got to see all of the things that he did on the sidelines.
Yes.
And now that that he's passed, I mean, it just means so much more because we've got to talk to a lot of people, and the stories are things that are just, it kind of validates everything that we saw as we were growing up as children.
Yes, and this is now very important because of COVID, what it did for the program and all the football teams and high schools in the LA Unified School District. There was light at the end of the tunnel, and there's going to be a season. And short or not, there is going to be a commemorative gesture that will be allowed for the school and the team. And we speak about the sticker that will, there it is, all work, no glory.
Yes.
That will be allowed to be placed on the helmets of the players. Talk about how that's going to impact you.
Oh my God, we're proud. We're so proud. We're so proud to have to be able to memorize him in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes us so proud to know that amidst his passing, that we were able to do something for him, and something of his own quotes, right, guys? This was things that he used to say. So for us to see that, it's a beautiful reminder. It's a beautiful reminder for the community and for all of us.
Yes, and of course we see you in your Rough Rider sweater, class of, let's see.
Oh, class of 88.
There you go.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And Jennifer, thank you so much for speaking. If we have time, we'll come back to you again, okay?
Thank you.
But
Thank
now,
you.
next up is Denise. Denise,
Hi.
how are you tonight?
I'm good. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you. Although I never had a chance to really chat or talk to your dad, he got me too. He really did, all right here in the heart. But with his whole story and just what he did, not only for yourselves, his children, but for the community and Roosevelt football, even Garfield football, ELAC. So he was everywhere and giving nothing but good. Talk about your impressions, your thoughts as a child growing up and following your dad.
You know, when he came into our lives, he was a coach at Garfield, and I attended Belvedere Junior High at the time, and I thought I was going to go to Garfield, but he ended up coming to Roosevelt. My sister started her sophomore year here, and that was kind of heartbreaking because I wanted to be a Bulldog. And then as soon as we got here and then we got introduced to Roosevelt, that's all us. We bleed red and gold. We are Rough Riders through and through. All of us are alum, including my brother. My 2 kids also graduated from here. I work here. So Roosevelt is a really, really big deal. And my dad loved this school. He loved the kids. And football was him. Football was my dad's thing.
Yes. And he was given a tremendous send-off, although it was COVID. Your family really stepped up tremendously and just carried him all the way through to his final day. And your brother's not here, Richard. We'll catch up to him later, but he said, Dad told me, football, life is like football, 4 quarters, and there's still time on the clock. And he lived every moment. And you guys just really came together. It must have been a tremendous experience for not only your immediate family, but all those who loved him.
It really was, and his send-off was definitely big, but it wasn't what we wanted, and we really feel that he deserved more. We felt robbed of the fact that we couldn't be there for him.
Yes.
And it was really hard, so we really did the best that we could, and we hope that we honored him and that people appreciated what we did for him.
And I know it's emotional. I want to cry.
I'm sorry.
Myself.
I'm trying to hold it together.
But you're doing good. This is about love for your dad. And your brother, I know he's not here, but give us a little insight on your brother. If he were here, how he would feel.
Oh, my brother would have so many things to say, and he would imitate his voice. My brother could go on and talk about our dad.
Okay. Okay. Virginia, we're going to ask you to take over and bring us home. Bring us home because your father has gone home. And you, my young friend, I want to say when I got the call or we talked, I think I was so inspired because you asked, we talked about it. And what I wrote, what you and Richard gave me, it came out and I was so moved myself. But talk about, if you can, your dad, just for a moment.
Absolutely. First, I just want to thank you again, Rico and Eric. Thank you for giving us this platform to be able to just share our dad's memory and again, like Jennifer mentioned, hearing all the stories that we heard from a lot of the players that have come along my dad's life. Football was his passion, like Denise mentioned. Football was there before we were here, and we embraced it. He had 3 little girls that embraced him, and we just followed along everything that he did, and he just absolutely loved the sport, and we never felt bad for the time that he spent away from home because we knew he was doing something he loved. Yes. And especially he was inspiring young men and women. And, and it's sad that all these people couldn't tell him what he meant to them when he was alive. Yeah. But we know by the kids who would come to the Classic, come to the games and see him on the side, what he meant to them.
Yes, yes.
And like you mentioned, during COVID especially, when we knew our father was going to be put on the ventilator, actually it was Coach Aldo who asked, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to get together? How are you guys going to talk about this? And I said, I'm not sure. And it was actually our brother Richard who recommended doing a Zoom. Nice. Because Richard, our brother, was the biggest advocate for staying home, being safe, not playing, definitely try to play by the rules as much as possible. And so we started a Zoom on the first day that he went on the ventilator. And we had maybe about 20 people the first day, and we did it all the way up until the Saturday after his passing. He actually died on the 9th Zoom meeting, and that was his number in high school, number 9. Yes. So our sisters are wearing a number 9.
Yes.
We wear number 9 on our sweaters.
Yes.
He died on the 9th day, and that day we had about maybe 90 to 100 people on the Zoom. And just the outpouring of love and support that we received. And like I said, like Jennifer mentioned, and I mentioned, the stories and how, we had people on in Alaska. We had people who are in the military and say that they use things that he taught them on the field all over the world in their jobs. Yes. Some men are saying that he taught them how to be a good father, and and he was an absolute great role model for all the people that he coached, definitely, as well as us.
And I know because there's 3 daughters and he had Richard, but for you, as you mentioned, he always had pearls of thought, pearls and diamonds for his daughters, and he always would comfort you or console you or speak with you in language that you understood.
Absolutely.
And that was one part that really got me too.
Yes.
The way he would speak to his daughters and took the time.
Yes, he was definitely a coach at home also. He with his military background, he was very regiment. He got up on time. He was very organized. He was always on time. He was a man of his word. And so, that was a lot of pressure as children to be under, and of course the coach's daughters. We were the coach's daughters. We were, just his children in general. We couldn't go anywhere without somebody knowing him, somebody recognizing us. Yeah. But yes, like he would always say, failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Yes.
Yes. Like always get there on time, do your job, make sure your supervisor knows what you're doing. Yes. So in case they have to, cover for you, or they know how to, stuff like that. Just all the time. And especially like all work, no glory. It's like, it's true. It was so true. And, we're talking about football, and my brother said it the best. He said, it's true. Like life has, it was like the last, his last quarter. And, Dad had 2 minutes on the clock. And, my dad said he didn't lose the game. He just ran out of time. And I really, truly believe that he just ran out of time.
Okay. Back one more time very quickly here. We're going to go to Jennifer for final words to those that are supporting the Guillen family. Love you still, your family, and want to see the legacy carried forth. And your chance to give them, your thoughts, your final thoughts here.
Oh, my final thoughts is that, I think that as a family, because we have so much unity, that we are very much at peace with the situation. I mean, although it hurts at times. We try to get through as much as we can. But I mean, as the unity is what keeps us going, and that's exactly what he wanted us to do. He wanted us to be, to have unity and to stick together. And if anything, one thing that I've learned from this whole experience is that he's still here teaching us lessons. He's still here teaching us the value of life. This whole all work, no glory. It for me, he's taught us to find your passion in life. He was a man that had passion. He had passion for his children. He had passion for football. He had passion for the community. He had passion to help people. He had passion to give. A man that didn't have a lot, but whatever it is that he had, he gave.
Yes.
And that's what I want to say. And even though it's sad, it's a beautiful thing altogether. And we learned a lot of lessons and a lot of things from him. And for that, that's why we'll never forget him. And this is why he'll live on forever.
Okay.
Forever.
Well said. Well said. And now, Denise.
My dad's awesome. He'll always be awesome. And whoever came across his path, I hope that you got something good from it too. He'll forever live on. He will forever live on.
Thank you. And Virginia?
Our dad was a very simple man. He didn't care about name brands, didn't care about nice cars. He was content in shorts and a t-shirt. If it got cold, he wore sweatpants and a hoodie. And he was such a giving person. And when he passed, we carried that forward. And, we brought t-shirts to the boys, to the team, and we, we just want to give. Yes. We just want to absolutely keep giving back, because that's what our dad did. Yeah. He was a giver. Yes. And that's what one thing, a great thing, if out of many things that I can definitely say is that's what we're trying to do, is to pay tribute to him by giving back to the community, as much as we can. And wherever Aldo needs help here, we're happy to help, and we can't wait to see the boys, with their helmets on and their stickers on, and it's a beautiful thing. We're happy.
I want to thank the three of you. I know it's been very emotional, and it just flowed. Tonight just flowed. I had really nothing prepared other than to get the vibrations from you and give you that opportunity to really kind of close the chapter. It's not ending. He's going to have many more chapters, but this one here in 2021, devastating to all, but again, he's up there, football heaven.
Thank you.
And
He's
doing well.
We know he is. We love you, Father.
Okay.
Pop,
So,
we love you.
yes. And what we're going to do is catch up to you, because I believe there will be some things in memoriam down the road.
Correct.
And where we'll have a chance, hopefully after COVID, to sit down, have dinner, talk about things, and see what can happen here at Roosevelt.
Correct.
In terms of the memorial.
Correct. We're
for
hoping
him.
to have a huge celebration of life once things are safe, and definitely include the community.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much, the three of you. And we will be in touch.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And that will do it for the Sisters Guillen. We spoke to Jennifer, Denise, and Virginia. Missing Richard. We'll catch up to him later under a separate interview. And that will do it for this interview with the Guillen family. We're going to come back now to close the show with head coach Aldo Paral. This is East LA Sports Scene. And here we are now with head coach Aldo Paral, and he has asked us to do Media Day, and we, of course, obliged because Roosevelt Rough Riders have been very, very good to East LA sports scene, and we want to say vice versa because why? The community and, of course, the student body, the players, and everyone who loves football here in the city of LA and LA City school system is able to see good football on Friday Night Lights. So here we are, head coach Aldo Paral, and I say, Coach, how are you tonight?
I'm doing very well, Rico. Thank you very much for being out here and taking the time. I know it's a cool evening, and I am really grateful that you and your cameraman, Eric Sarney, are here. I appreciate it.
Yes, and Coach, thank you very much. It's like first time we're here on the field doing interviews. We usually do them in the stands, but this is, of course, a whole different environment with COVID.
Yes.
And COVID is defeated to the degree that LA City Schools is allowing football.
Oh my
Talk
God.
about that back and forth and what finally, of course, with the situation getting better, safety-wise and health-wise, what turned the corner there?
Wow. You know what, Rico? What turned the corner actually was just the public, right? The public started listening and was more careful about making sure they wore their mask and getting the vaccine. The new administration, the president has been able to, make the vaccine available to many of us. And, because of all of that, the governor finally said, hey, let these guys go. And thank God that our superintendent, Austin Butner, agreed and okayed football being allowed to take place. So we're very grateful for that.
And Coach, as they say, 4 games is better than 0 games or no season at all.
Yes.
And you're making the most out of it because you had to go through the rigors of preparing a team under these circumstances. How difficult was that?
Wow. I think the hardest part, Rico, honestly, was just keeping the kids together.
Okay.
Since last year, we went out on Friday the 13th, March 13th, and within about 2 weeks, we were able to get the boys on Zoom, and just that was another, difficult situation, just trying to get the kids together. But, I'll give the kids credit. They stayed together the whole year. We were Zooming at least twice a week.
Yes.
And then as we got to November, obviously we were Zooming more. We were allowed to be out here for a bit, for about a month and a half, and then they shut us down again. And honestly, I didn't know if it was going to happen, but, we kept the faith. And, I know you and I spoke, and you were able to help us out with some tips for the kids, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
But basically, I think the biggest challenge is keeping the kids together. And unfortunately, we lost some folks along the way, and that was a challenge. And I'm sure we'll talk about that as well.
Sure.
But just seeing all the families and that were affected, not just economically, but life. Life happened, and unfortunately, it ended the lives of many people that we love.
Yes, unfortunately, taken so quickly and so suddenly.
Yeah.
With COVID, and he or she, however you look at that particular entity, didn't matter.
Yeah.
The virus was here for real.
Yeah.
And of course, surviving that now to some degree, we're heading in towards a little bit more of the tolerance of the easing of restrictions, so to speak. And that means school is just around the corner, possibly, where the kids can come back on campus. But in the meantime and in between time, football.
Yes.
Preparation. Coach,
Yes.
quickly, what do you got coming up? And then we'll talk about the league.
Sure. We have a couple of scrimmages coming up. This Saturday, actually, in a couple of days, we'll be traveling to Venice. Coach Angelo Gazga invited us to go down and participate. I'm excited because it's a brand new facility. We'll be there for the inauguration of it, and we're very fortunate to be there. Coach Gazga and his Venice Gondoliers lost in the semifinals, Division I. They wound up losing to Reseda, who we lost to in the quarterfinals. Yes. So he's got a great squad, and we're looking forward to that. The following week, next Friday, we have Wilson coming down and visiting us here at Dickey Field, and we're excited about that. Coach over there, Coach, his name escapes me at the moment. But Tucker, yeah, Coach Tucker. I'm sorry, Coach Tucker. Sure. He's got the boys ready to go, and we're excited to take on the Wilson Mules, and it'll be a scrimmage. And those are tough kids, or the East Side kids as well, and we're looking forward to scrimmage against them, and then we'll go into the league after that.
And that will be the Eastern League.
Correct.
So everyone has no doubts about it. Eastern League with 7 teams. There won't be one team with a bye. Tell us the formula, Coach, very briefly, of how that will work. After 3 games, will they determine the winner of Group A and Group B?
Yes. So
Okay.
you have they took the league. They put us originally into 2 groups with 4 teams on each side. But one of our league teams decided to opt out, which was Garfield, for whatever reason.
Yes.
And so then the way the format is that we will play 3 games. So that'll be in our group we have Bell, HP, and Maces. So they added Maywood Academy.
Yes.
And so we'll play those 3 schools. And then in the other bracket, you have Southgate, Legacy, and Southeast, and they'll play one another. And then the winner of that bracket will play the winner of our bracket.
Okay.
Second place will play second, third,
Yes.
and that'll be the 4th. That'll complete the 4 games for the season.
Okay. And there's no way we can avoid the questions that have come up through our circles, of course, in the media, but Garfield not able to, as they would say, go along with the Classic.
Yeah.
And that was a big letdown, of course, for many, many high school followers and, of course, the teams.
Yes.
But, Coach, nonetheless, it is what it is, and they're going to play in another division, from what I understand. Will it still be part of the LA City school system?
Well, yeah, everybody, the LA City section, which is what we're all part of, has basically restricted all city section teams to only play city section teams. Okay. So what Coach Hernandez decided to do was he decided to go independent. So he opted to go, I think he's playing Wilson game 1, then he's playing Palisades and trying to remember who, Venice. He has actually Venice, and I forgot who the 3rd team is or 4th team. But Coach Hernandez made that decision. He thought that was best for his program. It's pretty sad, really. It's pretty sad that 85 years, right? 85 years of tradition ended. He has his reasons for why he did what he did. I think it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I know that, there's, apparently he had some of his seniors chose not to come back. He was concerned about COVID. These are some of the things I've been hearing.
Sure.
COVID affected everybody, not just East LA.
Yes.
Roosevelt was affected by COVID as well.
Yes.
And we're fielding the team. We opted to stay with the schedule. The league, originally the city said, you know what, if your league could stay intact, then the idea is we'll let the league play out. And the schools or the leagues that are missing teams, then you could go out and, pick and choose who it is that you need to fill your schedule.
Yes.
But for whatever, like I said, I know in the Times, Sondheimer reported that I guess in an interview with Hernandez said, you know what, myself and my administration, they wanted to opt out of the season. I don't know. I really believe that.
Yes.
Regardless of what the circumstances are, you play.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's 85 years. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's really sad that one man can just end it.
Yeah.
I felt really good about the squad I have this season. We feel really good, and you know what? Hey, whether you have a good squad or not, you go out there and you play. I've been on teams that we didn't do very well, and you know what? We didn't hide. We went out there and we played. And I just think it's I feel bad. I know he's an HP guy, right? I don't think a Garfield coach would probably do that. A real Garfield coach.
Okay. Well, Coach, you're giving it to us as you have heard yourself and have spoken to others in, of course, the Eastern League, other coaches in your circles, of course, of conversation that has had to come up because everyone was certainly looking forward to it.
Yep.
And although it was not a program-lined game,
Correct.
It was still the very strong possibilities
Yes.
of Group A and Group B being Roosevelt and Garfield.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of the community was really, really hoping for. But again, we must move on, and you have your chore and your job now is to get your team ready for the Eastern League and of course your scrimmages.
Yes.
Coach, the squad this year, quickly, your thumbnail sketch of what you inherit now, what you're going to be working with?
Well, we also lost some kids, unfortunately, to COVID. And what I mean, I'm sorry, no one passed, thank God. But, we had a lot of students who, their families are affected economically. So some of these young men have had to go out and get jobs, and they're not available. They're not available to practice. So we probably are not going to have the team in April that we would have had back in August.
True.
But we still believe we're going to have a strong squad. I'm excited. These are a bunch of young men that have been with us for 3 years. They know the system, and we just felt good. We felt really good about it. We have a lot of underclassmen that we're also going to play. We're going to take advantage of this 4-game season and the 2 scrimmages to develop kids, and hopefully in a few months when we get back in August, we'll have a normal, right, quote unquote normal opportunity to play our season.
Yes.
But that's pretty much it, Rico. I'm
Okay.
excited,
Okay.
and hopefully the boys continue to do what they've been doing.
Coach, I'm going to wrap things up
Sure.
here, if it's okay with you,
Sure.
because we had the 3 daughters of
Yes.
Coach Dickie Guillen, and heard from them directly, right from the heart. But I know from you as well, you've kind of, we haven't had a chance to really talk about it on air, but your thoughts on the passing and contribution, the legacy of Coach Dickie Guillen.
It's tough, Rico. It really is tough. Dickie wasn't just a coach on our staff. He coached everyone on our staff. Everyone on our staff was coached by Dickie. I was very lucky to have been coached by him when I was a kid, and Dickie. Everybody that knew Dickie, knows that Dickie was a good man, really good man. One of those guys that would literally give you the shirt off his back.
Yes.
And there were a lot of. His life was cut too short.
Yeah.
This damn COVID, right?
Yeah, COVID.
I was talking to him. I mean, just to let you know how committed he was. He went into the hospital on Tuesday, and that Monday prior, he was Zooming with us with the kids.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I knew he had shortness of breath. And I just, but I mean, he's older, right? He's he's not in the best shape, right? But I just figured it was just that. But I knew something wasn't right. I didn't think it was COVID, to be honest with you, until the next day. That's when I found out. He told me. He goes, Coach, I'm in, I have it, and I'm gonna go in and see what happens. And we spoke.
Yes, of course.
And it's hard. It's hard. I really love that guy. Not just for the knowledge, but just the personality, the wisdom, the heart. I mean, he's just a damn good man. Rico.
The friendship.
Yeah.
The friendship to the nth degree, as they would say, to the ultimate definition that you want to give to someone who is a friend.
Yeah.
Comes in many different ways, shapes, and forms, and he was everything to so many people. But again, Coach, his spirit lives here. I'm
Yes.
sure he'll be cheering you on from the sidelines and
Yes.
other places, or talking to you when he has a chance, giving you signs and signals. But there will be a commemoration.
Yes.
Talk about that for us on the helmets.
Yes. Well, we were very fortunate. Dickie's daughters had some stickers made, and there was there's always a saying that he had, which was all work, no glory. And him being a lineman coach, that was the mantra for the linemen, that you're just going to put that work in, right? There's a lot of work you put in, and no one sees it, right? The only time they see it when the lineman is when there's a flag.
Yes.
But, that was Dickie's mantra, all work, no glory. And his daughters were able to get these stickers printed, and we were very fortunate that they decided to help us out, and we wanted to go with the traditional black one with just the initials. But I mean, Dickie wasn't that person, right? He was a very lively man, and if you look at that sticker, you could see that it's alive, and that sticker reflects him.
Yeah.
So we're dedicating this season to him.
Okay.
We're gonna dedicate the season to naming this field Dickie Field.
Okay.
And we're excited, Rico. We're excited that football's back. We're excited that COVID is retreating, and it's still out there.
Yes.
And we got to be careful.
Yes.
But things are looking good, and we're just grateful that we are going to have an opportunity to play, to enjoy each other's company, and to live life to its fullest.
Coach Aldo Paral, well said, and thank you for giving us the time here. It's been very, very, as they say, it's every day is a new day, but it's a chock day, a day full of business at hand to take care of your team, get them prepared, get them ready. They're going to be warriors again shortly, but also for taking the time emotionally to speak about a very good friend of yours and to the community. He was well loved, as everyone knows, and he will be missed.
Yes.
But his legacy will live on, and you will do all you can here at administration, I'm sure, for him at Roosevelt High School. Coach Aldo Paral, we want to thank you again for coming on East LA Sports Scene and giving us Media Day with your permissions, and of course to get a chance for the players to be seen by the community before the season starts. So on behalf of Eric Sarney, myself, and our staff at East LA Sports Scene, muchísimas gracias. Many thanks, Coach, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you, Rico.
Okay. All right. And that will do it. We're going to sign off now. It's that time here to close our program. On behalf of Eric Sarney, Rico Cabrera Sr., and our staff at East LA Sports Scene, thanks for watching this edition, and stay tuned. That kickoff is coming right here from Dickey Field in about 2 weeks, I'd say on April the 9th. Be with us for a presentation of that game. Take care and be safe out there.